How's it going, Phone Lab? It's Rude Junkie here. Today's video we're going to talk about, once again, USB redirector. And I'm going to go ahead and show you guys how to get this connected to your customer's PC so that you can use your programs like any of these over here on a device that's connected to a remote PC. So to do this, we're going to go ahead and we're going to open up this file right here. And make sure that you have the port forwarding set up so that you can go ahead and do this over the internet. Otherwise, really, it only works on a local network without the port forwarding set up. So make sure you've got that video done. Obviously, have the program installed. The last couple courses you got to do so you can understand how this works. All right, so we've got the program right here. I went ahead and opened up the Technician Edition, and we're good on this computer. What you need to do is you need to send the customer two things. You need to send them what I have labeled as the Phone Lab module. So I'll just show you mine, USB redirector, technical edition right here, Phone Lab customer module. You need to send them that, whether it's in an email or however you want to do it. And then you need to send them one more piece of information that they need to put into that module once they run it. And that piece of information can be found right here. So you're just going to come over here to whatismyip.com, and it's going to tell you your public IP address. So you need to send the customer this piece of information right here. All right. So if you have done those things, let me just shrink this down a little bit. There we go. Then you should be good to rock and roll, and they can connect up to the computer. So let me show you how it's going to look on a customer's PC. So here we are on this customer's PC, or mine, just for examples. Here is the module. So we're going to go ahead and run the customer module. Bring it over here so you guys can see it. And it's really simple to do. So basically you come over here and you click next, and it asks you for the remote technician's address, which we got off What's My IP. So I'm going to put that in. All right, and we're going to go ahead and hit connect. And this is what the customer is seeing. And let me show you what you're seeing on the other computer. So you can see that there is something connected here on this computer. So at this time the customer's version says to plug in a device. So I'm going to actually plug in a device that has developer options turned on into the customer's PC, and we're going to show you that we have remote ADB. So you can see that this changed and it says something different here, and then over on the technician's computer, let's run some commands. So basically what you're going to do, now that you can see there's a connected device right here, we're going to click the green arrow, and that's going to make it connect to your computer, and you can see there's things installing. And if you really want to see, we can now come in here and you can see that there's a Motorola ADB interface available on this PC. Alright, so what we're going to do from here is we're going to actually open a command window, and we're going to see if ADB is functional. So ADB devices. So you can see that ADB is connected. So we have connected remotely to their device over ADB very easily. Now, just to prove to you that we're connected to this one, not some other one I've plugged in, just so you can understand it, we can disconnect and we can run ADB devices again, and you can see there's nothing attached. So basically by clicking on the device and hitting the green button, you're faking out your computer, you're redirecting the USB to this computer and not their computer. So now we should have ADB devices again. So that's pretty much what you're doing. That's the process. It's really not hard at all. Very simple to do. Now, just for fun of it, we're going to go ahead and we're going to connect a different device and show you one more thing that's really cool. So from here, now you can see there's something different plugged in, and this is actually a Samsung Galaxy S7. So we're going to connect to this one. And now ADB doesn't matter, we don't need that. This thing's connected in download mode. What we need to use is another utility. So I'm going to go ahead and just show you that we can run Odin, and we'll pull it over. And here you can see that the device is visible in Odin right here. Boom, added. The other place we can check for devices is in this computer's device manager. And if you go under modems right there, there's that Samsung phone in download mode. So there's some pretty cool things you can do here. Now, we're going to just show you one more time just to show you this. So again, if we disconnect it, look, it's not, no COM ports visible, device removed. Connect to it again, device added. So you can use things like Odin to do remote flashing. I wouldn't do full firmware files, but you could do small boot images and things like that. you can go ahead and exit out of this. And that's basically how it functions. You can also use, obviously, things like flash boxes, you know, any of these kind of flash boxes to do small repairs remotely using this. You can even use, it's a little tricky, a little bit, a couple reboots you got to do, Moto Reaper, to remove FRP using USB redirector. So that is the process. Now when you're all done, you would hit disconnect, and then the last thing you do is you'd highlight this connection here when you're all done with the customer's phone, and you would hit this remove USB server. And you can see over here on the customer's computer that basically we have this thing, services is completed, and go ahead and click finish. And there you go. So guys, that is going to be the basic process of how you get a remote session set up with USB redirector. You can close the server out when you're done, and that is it. So it's very cool. You can, like I said, use these other tools once you're in there. You can see Odin worked, ADB worked, Fastboot will work. It's all the same once you set up the remote connection. Pretty sweet. Stay tuned. I think I'm going to do one more video, maybe doing a remote FRP on an LG at some point. But this should really get you a good feel for USB redirector and how it looks on both the technician end and the customer end. If the customer is having issues, I would highly recommend connecting to their PC with TeamViewer, and that'll help you do any kind of other setup or troubleshooting you need to do on their computer if there is an issue. But I hope you guys liked the video. Stay tuned for more, and we'll catch you in the next one. Root Junkie out.